Okay.
Hello, everyone, and good Thursday afternoon. It is May 13th, and I am Silver Shells,
I'm Cindy Jenkins.
and we are the
The
Bling
Bling
Sisters,
Sisters.
and you are watching our interactive chat show, the Bling Sisters Live, where we interview guests from all over the world in the entertainment industry. We've had 111 guests so far. Oh my gosh, we've started on December 1st, 2019 with Randy Tieford of Tiny House Live. We've had John Provost, Richie Blue, Carl Wyatt, Eric Korn, Nate Lopez, Kathy Greer, Willie Jordan, George Cole, Mark Curran, Lloyd Meadows, Harp Dog Brown, just to name a few. We have all of our live videos. You can go to www.theblingsisters.live. Is that correct? Did I memorize it right?
It is blingsisters.live. It's right in front
Okay.
of you, honey.
Oh, okay. I'm just looking at my
could
little
be-
sheet over here.
I was kidding.
Anyway, we have so much fun. Happy Mother's Day, and I want to add a new holiday, Happy Nurturers Day, to the people that aren't necessarily moms or dads, but they nurture animals or other people. So
That would be a great holiday on
yeah,
it.
yeah.
I'm all in.
Happy Nurturers Day. Yeah, my gosh. Okay, guys. So, guest number 112 tonight is our own local Nick Otis.
Nick.
He's a drummer, percussionist, keyboardist, vocalist. Yeah, he is the son of Johnny Otis, and his brothers are Shuggy and John. And we interviewed John Otis, guest number
Recently.
106. Yes.
Right.
And Nick is the father of Nico, and he is currently in a jazz funk fusion duo with Matt Silva called the Bossa Nova Duo. He was born in LA and now lives in Santa Rosa, and he is a Taurus. So,
Yeah,
welcome.
he's a tourist.
You mentioned that, so I thought, well, okay, all right.
Yes.
How are you? Thank you so much for joining us.
Good. Yeah, I'm doing good.
Yay.
I live in Sebastopol now.
Oh. Do you like it?
I love it.
Yeah. How many places have you lived around? You started out in
Uh,
LA, right? You were born in LA or raised?
I came right here and stayed here.
I don't blame you.
Yeah.
We came here with my dad about 1991.
So you've been
Yeah.
an integral part of the music scene around here also, not only in San Francisco. Were you big down there?
Yeah, I did a lot of gigs in San Francisco. I pretty much have been around the world a few times.
Oh, we have Arthur Mickle. Hello,
Arthur. Hey,
All
Detroit in
right.
the house.
All right. And now, John, you were born in your dad's Johnny Otis, and your brother Shuggy. Did you want to talk about him a little bit?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Yes, because Shuggy has had some problems, and people are very interested to hear how he's doing.
Right. So about 4 years ago, he had a stroke. He fell and he hurt his head, and he's trying to get better now. That's basically this short story, just to keep it short and sweet.
Mhm.
It's very emotional for me. I love my brother a lot. I was touring with him at the time, supposed to go back to London and cross the seas many times with him, and I miss him a lot,
Yeah.
and wish him well on his journey back to get healthy again and play. And he's working on it in LA. He's got health care, and they're working on it. He's
Good.
working on getting better.
Good. So we send him our love and support also.
Yeah,
All right.
absolutely.
So you have two brothers. You have Shuggy and your brother John, and two sisters.
Janice, Laura,
And Laura's passed on, right? Is that
right.
yes?
Yes, that was years ago.
Okay. So your dad being so famous, when you were young, did you feel pressure to follow in his footsteps or be musical, or did it come naturally to you as something you were wanting
It
to
was
do?
natural. It was never pressure.
Okay.
That was later on when I was in the band.
Then the pressure.
Like, now come on, Nikki, you got come on now. I was like, okay, okay, Papa.
Yeah.
And so with that, propelled me into a real professional state of mind at a very young age of 20.
Okay.
I just left Etta James's band and joined my father's band. Etta James's band was the first band I ever played in.
You're kidding. That
And
is crazy.
Etta James.
How long did you play for?
It was a short stint, but it was
Okay.
wonderful.
Wonderful.
I was working with my father at the same time, and so I had to, get with Dad and hit the road with him. Etta's great. I love her. It was wonderful. I mean, I was so young. Just thinking about it now, wow.
Yeah, yeah.
Wish I could do it again.
Yeah, you don't appreciate, until you get older, like, oh, yeah, I wish I had it to
Absolutely.
do over. But so did you have to audition to join your dad's band, or did you just were all of you involved in the band at one time?
Well, basically, what happened was when I was about 9, 8 years old, he came home with a beginning classical piano book and slid it across the table, and it went. And he goes, "You start Wednesday." It was like a karate movie. It was like some Zen karate samurai move or something.
It stopped perfectly in front
of you. Ever since then, I've been musical. Like he knew I had talent because I had this thing for the bass notes and the piano in the front room, and I would play songs of his. And he'd go, "Wait a minute." Kept on looking at it and going, "Okay, if you want to do that, you're going to be serious, and you're going to start piano lessons now." And I was like, not really into it at first, but
right.
Of course, silly kid. But I did get into it, and thank God he got that for me and started like that kind of.
Were you tapping on things, annoying people when you were young with your little
Oh
drum,
yeah,
your spoons and stuff?
Yeah. I remember my dad performing in the front room, just practicing with the Otis. Who were 3 young, beautiful ladies that sang Motown and Martha and the Vandellas and all that stuff.
Okay.
So I pretty much learned the music before I even played it by listening to them, working out harmonies and bass lines and chords.
Okay.
There in the front room.
All right. So you grew up on mostly Motown then?
Oh wow.
Or was it a huge mix?
The household was full of all kinds of music always. My dad liked Wagner's the Valkyries.
Right.
Valkyries. And Igor Stravinsky's Rite of Spring, as well as country and western, Greek rumbetico music. I heard all of that when I was a kid.
Cool.
Wow.
That's good. That really gives you a nice musical
rounding out
background. Yeah.
Very substantial.
I was dying to play music after hearing that stuff.
Yeah.
I just had
give
to
me
do
a
it.
guitar with plastic strings.
I could never get guitar down though.
Never?
I can't play guitar. No.
Oh wow.
So you could do keyboards, percussion, vocals.
Little bass.
Now what's the
I could
difference?
play a little bass.
Okay.
But no guitar, man. None of that.
No guitar. We know a guy.
I wish.
I don't know how they do the 2 different hands, making them. I'm going, what? There's no way. Not
No.
for me.
Yeah, I know.
I picked one up, tried to make noise, and it just didn't happen.
Yeah, I broke a nail, and that was it for me. So, so what? So you played background with your brother, Shuggy. What was he playing, or how were you? How young were you then?
I started playing with Suge when I was about 13.
Okay.
When I started on drums, I had been playing piano for about 2 years, taking lessons, and then I stopped and I started playing drums. And right away, I started jamming with my brother Shiggy because he was a very open person to having his little brother make noise behind him. But I was pretty good at first, I wasn't no genius like him, but I could play a little bit.
No genius. So did your family go fishing? Did you do things like that? You went fishing?
Yeah.
Do you have a particular fishing story, memory of your dad? you like to share?
Yeah, a lot of them. You guys mentioned rock cod the other day. I remember going down to Redondo Beach with him on the rocks and just really killing them one day. Just as simple as that, you know, just wonderful memories. Catching black bass in Sonoma Lake, talking about up here.
Right,
Mm-hmm.
right. Watching the bobbers go up and down. I remember the
Yeah,
red and
yeah,
white bobbers.
right.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's pretty fun.
it
That's
is.
the perch, the bluegill, and the red ear. And I love going fishing.
Did you eat or were you catch and release?
Oh, we ate them.
Yeah, I gotta eat them.
Wrap them up
yeah.
in a little tin foil.
They get pretty kind of messed up in mouth. You don't want to put
Yeah,
them back
you
in.
don't want to put them back in.
No, I know, and you know, and it kind of hurts.
Some people catch and release big bass, and they get the hook right there. They pull it out really easy, so they can throw them back in really good, and they're pretty safe.
Yeah, yeah. Otherwise, you just got those poor little things. All right, so now you went to what did you do in high school musically, or in your school? Did you start bands, or did you just join your brother's band, like you said, at 13?
Yeah. I started a band when I was about 11th grade. I think it was the 12th grade. It was really good. I was thinking we were almost as good as stuff like that I'm doing now.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I was really lucky. Had a bunch of good musicians. That was in LA, Westchester High School.
Okay.
My buddies, still to this day, I keep in touch with a guy, Steve Evans, was a keyboard player. And wow, when I was thinking the other day, he made the band sound so good because of his extensive knowledge of classical bass. He played bass and classical in the orchestra at the high school.
Okay.
But he played piano also. He was quite a genius.
Cool.
He kept the band tight.
So, and
John's here. John is saying, "Go, Nikki, go."
hey, John, guest number 106. How are you? Thank you for joining in, everybody. This is great. So
Hi, John.
All right. So, continuing on so you're in your brother's band. How did that impact your schooling?
It did.
Yeah, I bet it did. And how was everybody was okay with that?
Yeah, say my mom, Phyllis Otis, would always be like, Nikki, you gotta get up in the morning. Thank God for her. Thank God for her, man. And then my dad would be like the strong, like, now Nikki, go to bed now. And I'll be like, okay, I gotta go. Because we had a studio at one point. My brother Shuggy worked it out with Columbia Studios to get a studio now everybody has it, but back then it took quite a bit of work to get a studio in your house, but
yeah,
you got it going on. And like that, when it was like that, I wanted to stay up all night and keep on doing what they were doing, but I couldn't because I had to go to school.
You had to go to school, yeah.
Yes.
So tell us about the Johnny Otis show in 1984 where you're wearing the red suits. Tell us about this video because we're about ready to play it.
Live at
really,
Monterey.
that was 14. The Johnny Otis show played the Monterey Jazz Festival before.
1984.
14 years prior. It was like 1970, I think.
Okay.
They made the famous album, the Johnny Otis Show Live in Monterey, which a lot of people love. 14 years later, I got to play there with him again with the Johnny Otis Show.
Nice.
I was so proud at that moment. It was insane.
Wow.
So that's what it means to me, man. And that my brother Shiggy was in the band at the point. Another man by the name of Preston Love, which was like the brother of my father, Johnny Otis.
Uh-huh.
Preston Love was a huge part of that band being like shining like amazingly like the 40s, like the late 40s. I love that band. Yeah.
All right. Well, I think that
Here
we
we
should go ahead
go.
and roll it. And everybody, we'll talk to you when we get back. Here we go.
All right. Bye.
Come on, Sugar. Put me in E flat. Lord have mercy.
Folks call me Mr. Cleanhead just because my head is bald. Folks call me Mr. Cleanhead just because my head is bald. But with the stuff that I use, I don't need no hat on. If it wasn't for you women, I'd have my curly locks today. If it wasn't for you women, I'd have my curly locks today. But I've been hugged, kissed, and petted till all my hair was rubbed away. When it starts to get winter, my head gets kind of cold. I try to grow a little hair, but I can't to save my soul. When it comes to getting summer, I get such a pretty tan. You can hear all the women holler, where can I find that clean-head man? Yes, they call me Mr. Clean-head, 'cause I've been bald a long time.
Back.
And we are back. I am Silver Shells.
Cindy Jenkins.
And we are the Bling Sisters. And you are watching our shows, the Bling Sisters Live, where we interview people from all over the entertainment industry, from all over the world. And tonight we have guest number 112, which is Nick Otis. And
Nick Otis, live from my living room.
live from my live from your
my
living room. Oh my gosh,
I
that
think
is
that's great.
funny.
I want to
Very good.
acknowledge a few people that are watching. We've got
Oh.
Roberta Houston Fiore, Roberta. Okay, we already mentioned that one. Barry Melton is watching.
Hey Barry.
Barry the Fish, thank you for watching. Celia Peterson, hey sweetheart. Susan Horan,
Hey Susan.
John Otis, Crystal Nicole Dagler, and Arthur Mickle out of Detroit. That's who I have on
Okay.
my phone. Who do you have?
I mentioned who I have, but I want to give a
Did
shout
you?
out to my granddaughter who just had my great grandson. Yay, Josiah.
Yay,
Yeah, my
Sabrina.
great grandma retired. Life is good.
Wow. Nice.
Yes. All right. Nico. I mean,
Nick.
your boy.
Nick.
Your boy is Nico, right?
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. We'll get to him later. If I look down, I see what I'm reading. Nick, who is your favorite drummer? Your inspiration? Other than
There's not one. There's
Not
there's
one?
so many drummers. It's hard to say which one. But I did get to meet Papa Joe Jones, who played with Count Basie, and hang out with him all day with my father.
Nice.
And that's a memory that he actually played on my drum set. He was back in the studio with us that I was talking about earlier.
uh-huh.
We hung out like all day, and they were so silly together. It was really funny.
Uh-huh.
He talked with a kind of a code. Like he would say certain things that my dad would know he was saying, and I didn't really know.
Uh-huh.
It was, he had some really cool, super cool stuff like that, you know. So that guy inspired me a heck of a lot. As far as modern people, I liked a lot of fusion and progressive rock through the '80s. and punk rock, stuff like that, Bad Brains. I wasn't really into the pop music at the time, but now I kind of dig it.
Yeah. Yeah.
You get older and you work your way and hear things differently, you know. It's hard to say if it's just one drummer that inspired me. I tell you what, Latin music and African and Indian music has taken me rhythmically. That's something that I've been studying all my life and trying desperately to try to latch on to something like Afro-Cuban salsa,
Right.
clave, boy, and it's hard to play. And so I've been studying. That's something that my brother John does really well.
So
And, I've been trying to get as good as him. You know, one day I'll be, hopefully.
one day as good as him, and then the aspirations of siblings. Oh my gosh, I can't believe it. So, do you have a favorite drum set? I mean, because obviously you're a drummer, so I'm going to ask you that. Do you have a favorite drum set that you
It's
like?
more like drum set. The one I have now, I'm pretty in love with. I got a Yamaha Stage Custom,
Okay.
but it's like each drum sets are like cars, like the '66 Impala,
Okay.
the Ranchero, the Dodge Dart, the Slant Six engine. It's like that. They're like that, you know. You get the Absolute Custom Yamaha or the Phoenix Yamaha drum set. And it's like, where you been all my life? But then you get on this cheap piece of crap drum set. You're like, that thing sounded so good. You know, what can I say? All drums are great. It's really what you're playing right here, you know?
Right.
It's really in you. Like in Africa, they say, you don't play the drum plays you.
Right. Right.
Let go. Just let go.
Just
and
let go and
pull
go
it in.
and go with the beat, man. Go with
Yeah,
the beat.
yeah.
So, do you
Yeah.
have more than one drum set?
Yes. They're a nuisance after a while. It's like cars too, you know.
They take
I
up
always,
space.
Yeah, you got to fix them. They're metal. You know, you bust your knuckles when you're working on them a little bit. Not as bad as a car, but you know, they have cymbals and stuff that you can cut your fingers on, and like crazy little wire stuff under the snare that if they break, you can really cut yourself bad on, which I have. And yeah, drum sets are like cars, especially classic badass cars. You know.
You want to keep them around and keep.
I want one of each.
You want one of each.
So tell us, Nick, what are you doing now to stay busy
Me?
during the what?
We were going to ask, okay, about
What?
the Bossa Nova duo.
We weren't going to ask that yet.
I thought we were. No.
Yeah.
Okay,
Okay.
never mind. I'm wrong.
What are you doing now, Nick?
Yeah, what are you doing now,
Yeah.
Nick?
Well, during COVID, the COVID
Sorry.
thing, yeah, that really sucked. You know, everybody agrees with that, but you had to do something positive to stay positive, to keep your mind positive and not go crazy. Set up your studio inside your room, play like a lot, and I tried to play like I was playing for an audience because I missed y'all. You two
missed-
especially playing
yeah.
music for you actually. You live. I missed so
Live.
much. So I had to do it and imagine it in my own room and just try to sweat and try to visualize that I'm pumping it out.
Right, right, right.
Just stay happy. I do art. I like colors like you guys. I love those beautiful colors that are behind you there. And
Our lovely
Um,
decorator.
I like messing around art and keeping colors in my eyes. And I'm not a great artist, but I like doing different design kind of things.
Yeah.
Stuff like that. Keep my mind healthy. I
Right,
also
right.
garden a lot. That kept helped me stay.
What do you like
active.
to grow?
I like to grow all vegetables, as many as I can, and not go to the store to buy them.
Nice. Yeah, that's the way to
What?
do it.
Yeah, yeah.
You
So
know. I
It's
mean,
more fun.
Let's all try to do that.
she's growing cherry tomatoes, and I watched her lab, her little boy playing with something, and I went over there. He's picking the little green cherry tomatoes off her plant already and playing with them.
Little scamp.
That little,
Cute.
that little.
I love
guy.
that.
So
All
let's talk about the Bossa Nova duo, the new trend duo.
Yes, bossa nova means new trend. And bossa nova, it borrows from both jazz and samba, correct? Melody,
Yes.
percussion.
Yeah.
Okay. You're the percussion, and Matt Silva is.
Yeah, Matt Silva plays guitar, mini pedals, bass, and in these pedals he can play organ, bass, upright bass, vibes, and we can really get off really well with all that stuff. I play a little
Wow.
synthesizer. I have a synthesizer and I have vocals and percussion stuff everywhere, and I also play drums at the same time.
So when did you and Matt start doing this? I mean, what made you? Because I know earlier you said you were liking the Latin music and Africans. So what made you decide on bossa nova as a kind of a specific?
Oh, yeah. I've always been in love with bossa nova and anything Brazilian.
Okay.
The music really turns me on a lot. But me and Matt met about 12 years ago, and we first had a quartet, no, a quintet. Let me get it right.
Quintet.
It was five of us.
Okay.
We played at the trio in Guerneville, and then we stopped doing that. Me and Matt were like, let's do something. I was like, let's do something totally different. Let's try to do a duo because it's getting rough. We needed to work, and it worked for us. So we just kept on doing it. Matt played jazz, but the unique thing about him is he could play jazz and blues.
Yes.
There's not many of those guys.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah, the jazz guitar. Yeah.
It's very sad.
It's very
So,
sad.
yeah, it's hard to find a crossover of people like that. And he also blends it with classic rock and fusion from the 70s and soul music from the 70s.
Now, do you make up your own music, or do you write and improvise your own music? Because I know you play around here. You also play out at the Aquas Cafe.
Yeah.
Is that
No, we
Jenner?
were working at we worked at the Jenner, in Jenner, California, at a place called Cafe Aquatica
Oh, Cafe Aquatica.
for about
Okay.
7 years.
Oh my gosh.
We play there every now and then now.
Okay.
But we're gonna work at the Elephant in the Room on May 22nd,
Yay.
coming up soon.
Love
I'm
the
glad you mentioned
Elephant in
that.
the Room.
Mentioned that about the guys up
Yeah, yeah.
there. Great place.
So
It's a beautiful place.
Elephant in the Room, that is fun. A beautiful outdoor venue. Been there several
Yes.
times. It's right over there by
Coyote Sonoma.
Coyote Sonoma.
Well,
Right.
here's what I think now.
What do you think?
Well, we were going to play Matt and Nick last, but I think we're going to play them next. because
Okay.
We just got done talking about them. So I think we
Okay.
need to play that video. Nick, what do you think?
The Bossa Nova duo.
Sounds good.
Let's do it.
I
Okay.
like it. Yeah.
Let's hear a little Bossa Nova
Bossa
duo
Nova.
at Tiny House on Cinco de Mayo, as a matter of fact.
Cinco
Yeah,
de
just
Mayo.
the other day.
Just the other day,
Thanks-
right around
thanks,
the
Randy.
corner.
Okay,
Thanks to
here
Randy
we go.
Tieford.
Yes.
Yes,
Oh,
sir.
he's a great guy. Hi, Randy.
Yeah.
Okay, here we go.
Viva Mexico. Thanks, everybody.
And we're back.
And we are back for sure.
For sure.
For sure.
I'm pretty sure, yeah.
For sure.
I see us.
I'm Silver Shells.
I'm Cindy Jenkins.
We are the Bling Sisters.
We are the Bling Sisters.
And you're watching our show, Bling Sisters
Live.
where we chat with people all over the entertainment industry, all over the world.
And in my living room.
In your living room, in the studio, here, there, everywhere. Hey, we could write a song about that. Ooh, sorry.
I know some people in the music industry.
I know Tony Saunders wrote our Tony wrote our theme song, so.
Well, let's talk to Nick about
all right,
Nick.
Nick.
That's cool.
Do you want to talk about you were working at Greaseland with the California honey drops?
Right.
And
I did a few things out there with Kid Anderson.
okay.
Shout out to Kid and his wife. They're going to have an album out. Me and John played on extensive cuts on that.
Nice.
And I went out there with the honey drops and did a few cuts with them. Also did a cut. It's called Call It Home with Bonnie Raitt singing.
Nice.
I'm doing collaborations with a guy named Brycon out of hip hop San Francisco.
Brycon.
I call him, he's got the mission sound,
Okay.
you know? And a collaboration with my brother John Otis, of course.
Yes.
Look forward to seeing stuff with them.
So when you're playing at Greaseland, is it true that you have 5 or 6 vintage drum sets to choose from to play?
Yeah, Kid's amazing. He has about 5 or 6 drum kits and then various snare drums to pick from and various cymbals. All of them are vintage and very beautiful sounding. It's very blissful there for a drummer.
So you just go in, I like the sound of the cymbal.
Oh my God,
you
yes.
know, this
That is-
snare is exceptionally bright.
It's usually right. It doesn't matter, whatever he has set up, it's really nice.
Uh-huh.
And then I can pick and choose something different if I wanted to. You know, John has a nice array of percussion. The bass player has a nice. The whole house is dedicated to vintage equipment,
right?
And it's just the whole walls are covered with, and it's amazing. It's a museum, seriously.
So does he have a studio, or do you just play in the individual rooms, or?
The whole living room is basically the main studio. Like, I think maybe one of the rooms in the back is the control room. The kitchen has the grand piano in it.
And do they live there?
Yeah.
Oh, they live there.
That's great.
Oh my gosh, yeah. Watch out!
He's a genius.
Don't spill what.
And he has a video shoot that he does where we do stream casting from there also.
Yeah, that's what you were saying. Now, are you in a separate? Are the drummers enclosed in glass cases, or are you right out there in the studio with everybody, or do you have a shield?
That's a good question. We're always all live, all together
Okay.
in one room,
Okay.
like the old days.
Yeah, because
Really nice.
in some of the studios, even the home studios, I've seen that they have the baffles up for the drummers and stuff.
And nowadays, like hip hop, it's all just right on the earphones. It's all digital. It's all from the computer.
Yeah.
You don't even need a studio.
Yeah. Anywhere.
There's different ways of doing the same thing.
Lots of different ways. So, let's see.
Well, let's talk about your future plans and your future projects that you've got.
And your to-do list. I heard you had a to-do list.
Yes.
One item is get back in the groove.
Yeah. I want to give lessons to young ones.
Oh.
My wish is to give every kid a lesson somehow free. The first drum lesson is very simple.
Uh-huh.
It's not much to it. You know, holding the sticks, different positions, how
Yeah.
to sit upright straight, and how to measure the distance between the drum and your arms and get it right so you can actually play it and comfortably.
Right,
You know.
right. So have you taught
My
before?
dream. Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you have
I like teaching the beginning part of drums. It's really fascinating.
To
The
see if
young ones.
people have, if they have rhythm or I mean, you could probably tell right away if somebody's got it or not, right?
Well, yes, but that's not the point when you're a teacher, especially if they don't have it. It's a challenge for you to show them how to get it.
Right.
And sometimes it's hard, and sometimes it's easy, but it's never, it's always a challenge for both people. But I find that the teacher learns just as much from the student as
Exactly.
the student learns from the teacher.
Exactly. So you want to teach and get back in the groove. What else?
I would like to farm,
Farm?
have some land where I can farm some. That I love that so much. Try to keep my body healthy and have to be able to keep pounding away though. It's hard on the body, but I like that. I like growing my own food. I have a bunch of greens at home. I'm boiling them up right now. I got, cucumbers and stuff, herbs, stuff like basil and oregano and medicinal stuff like Artemisia annua, good stuff for the body.
Do you do smoothies?
Not much anymore. That's too much sugar for me.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Or you can do
I like vegetable juices are cool.
Vegetables. Okay.
Now, do I like smoothies? Oh yeah, I like smoothies.
I meant,
I love sugar. That's the problem. You see.
Who doesn't like smoothies?
Totally addicted to that crap.
Oh, so you want to also get back into playing live music, right?
Yes.
Do you have anything booked for the Bossa Nova duo for anything in the upcoming next couple of weeks or month or so?
Well, we have the Elephant in the Room coming up on May
Okay.
22nd.
May 22nd.
And that's it for right now.
Okay.
But we also play at the Toad in the Hole in Santa Rosa. It's another British pub over there near the Railroad Square.
Okay.
And there's a few other places that we're going to start calling to see if we can work there again.
Okay.
Because of COVID and things are opening up.
Yes, finally. Yay.
I can't really say that, it's right here is what we're going to do, but I'm really glad that we have one of my favorite places of all is the Elephant in the Room. And I'm going to play there on the 22nd. I'm so happy that makes up for everything.
We're going to come and see
The
you.
22nd? That might be hard.
Right on.
Why?
We've got to talk. This month? It might be hard, but we're
Yes.
going to try.
Okay. May 22nd.
It's at 5 to 8. 5 p.m. to 8 p.m.
Okay.
Bonnie's 3 to 4. I have parties. My friends moving away.
Okay. Well, let's talk a little bit about this last video, Shuggie Otis live at the Stern Grove Festival. And this is really a beautiful video. Wow. Tell us a little bit about this.
Well, John's there.
Mm-hmm.
John, my brother John, was playing on this song also. A very interesting day that day. Shuggie wasn't there, and I had to do the press conference for him.
The
You know
press
what that is,
conference
right?
for
It's like
him.
an audience of people, lights, and Ben Torres, Fong, what's his name? He has 3 names. Oh, I'm messing up his name. Oh my God. Ben Torres, I think. The famous guy who interviews all the people on Rolling Stone, I think.
Oh.
Okay.
I talked with him. So that was a very interesting day for me. So I really loved it. Yeah, I love Stern Grove. I've been there many times to see shows. And to play there with my brother on this was like a dream come true with both of my brothers, John, Shuggie Otis.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
A family affair.
A family
Yes.
affair.
Family affair.
Well, do you have anything? We're going to be wrapping up. Do you have anything you want to say? Do you have a shout out? Do you?
Yeah, I want to talk about my son, Nico.
Okay.
Nico Otis.
All right.
He's a rapper, singer, coming up and coming, doing really well with his buddies over there in Sebastopol with their studio. They're putting things out all the time. You can check them out on SoundCloud.
Okay.
Look up Nico Otis on Facebook.
NICO.
N-I-K-O.
Nico.
Nikootis.
Nico, Niko.
Mhm.
Oh, I thought it was.
Really a strong performer already. I mean,
Oh, good.
he's leaps and bounds in the last couple of years. He just started, and he's pretty amazing already.
Oh, good. You're such a proud dad. And I bet
Yeah.
you've been instrumental in helping him on his musical path.
You know, I must say he listened to me in some areas, and I'm really
Right
happy.
on.
Don't you love it when your
Yeah.
kids listen? It's like,
Yes, I
"Yay!"
do.
I did something right. I said it.
I love your pillow.
Hey, yeah, I noticed that.
Yeah, we
I
can-
thought you were loving it a lot.
It's a very comfy.
It is very comfy.
very
So
comfy.
let's go ahead and play this video. We're gonna say goodnight to everybody.
All right.
And who do you have to say goodnight to, Shells?
Well, I have to say goodnight to our fabulous supporters. And next week, we have James Nash
James Nash is
on
not
Thursday.
on next week.
No, he's not.
No,
on
he's
next
June
week.
10th. Bex
I'm wrong.
Marshall is next week, but we have to get with her on the time because
Yeah.
she's in the UK and it's an 8-hour difference.
But
So-
she is willing to come back on. So
yeah, she's coming back
please.
on, but we just have to figure out what time. So stay tuned to
Stay
the Silver
tuned.
Shells Bling Party business page,
That's
the Bling
right.
Sisters Live business page, and check events, and you'll see what's coming up.
Or go to our Facebook community page, the Bling
Also,
Sisters.
the group page.
Our group community page. Anyway,
Right.
oh gosh. So
Well, I
I
think
love
it's
my
all
son and
over.
my sister, and I think
Okay.
it's all over now, baby blue.
Okay, well, I want to say hi to Lupe in Mexico because I love her.
Oh,
Lupe
Crowbar.
and Crowbar, yes.
Oh
We
wait,
love
somebody
Crowbar.
else said some who. Oh, there he is. Hi, and Joshua. Joshua, we're practicing a magic trick. It's gonna just blow your minds. Wait till you see it.
Okay, I think that's enough.
Okay,
Okay.
all right.
All right. We've got to
Okay.
go. you
Good night, guys.
Good
Bye.
night, everyone.
Be safe. Love you. Bye.
Good night.
1, 2. Me and my woman don't get along, but one day at a time. Me and my woman don't get along, but one day at a time. Well, they were fussing and fighting now, and the next day doing fine. In a lovey-dovey Tuesday we don't even speak. Fix me a steak and Thursday night I don't even eat it. Talking about me and my baby. Don't get along but one day at a time. No, we don't. One day we're fussing and fighting, yeah. Next day we're doing fine. Whoa, yes we are. Sunday we have no peace. So Wednesday she picks me a steak, and Thursday night I don't even eat. Hey, talking about me and my woman don't get along but one day at a time. One day we're busting and fighting people, and the next day we're doing fine. And no peace. Sunday night we go to church, and Sunday they call the police, talking about me and my woman don't get along one day at a time. Well, they were busting and fighting people, and the next day we're doing fine.